Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you've never done any of the maintenance on your car before, now's a good time to get started. It's expensive to go to a dealership or even to an independent garage, but you can do a lot of these things yourself. Today we're going to be changing oil and filter. It's something that you can easily do at home. I'll put links in the description below on the parts I used so that you can get the same ones if you want. Let's get started on it. Okay, once you've opened the hood, identified this is your oil dipstick and this is your oil fill cap. That's where you're going to put the new oil in. Take that cap off and just set it aside. You want to make sure it's not stuck, or whoever did it last maybe torched it on really tight and you can't get it off. You don't want to get under the car, drain all the oil out, and then find out you can't get the cap off. So remove the cap, loosen the dipstick like this. Okay, now that the vehicle's up in the air, you can see that Honda puts a pin on the bottom of the vehicle. They're easy to remove. I'll show you how to do it. This particular one is held on by some Phillips screws. 1, 2, 3. And there's a push pin right here and here. And 1, 2, 3 more Phillips. So let me get those screws out of the way, and I will show you what it looks like with that pin removed. Okay, now the pin is removed. There were 3 Phillips on the right and left. The 2 clips I pointed out in the back. And then the center clip right here had to be removed. Although there appears to be one on either side, they don't do anything. This one, the design of that pan goes around the inside of this clip, so that needs to come out. These are all plastic clips. They're easy to replace, and if you're careful about how you take them out, you can reuse them. Okay, now we can look at the bottom of the motor. It's hard to miss. Underneath the engine, it says engine oil. So here's the drain pan plug. It is a 17 millimeter, and here's the oil filter. Let's take a look at the tools that we're going to need to remove this. We've got a ratchet with 17 millimeter. Here's a tool to remove the oil filter with. If you don't already have one, you can buy these easy enough. They're not expensive. Make sure it fits the correct oil filter. Hondas are pretty small, so you want to make sure you get one that's equally as small. Honda, along with other imports, use what's called a crush washer, and that goes on the oil pan drain plug. And the reason they have that is it acts as a gasket. It's actually a hollow washer, so that when you tighten it just a little bit, it crushes it a little bit. That's why it's called the crush washer, and it will seal so it doesn't leak. And we need 4 quarts of oil. You can use the oil that you choose. I'm choosing oil that is quality oil that I purchased back on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so I got good deals on all this. I'll put links in the description below the video on how you can buy these same parts. Okay, let's take off the oil filter, drain plug, drain the oil out, and get ready to refill it. Okay, we're getting the oil filter off. Now it's leaking out a bit. There's a little tip in case your oil filter is difficult to get off. If the tool you're using slips a little bit, you can put a piece of cardboard in there to make up the space, and that can help to get that off. Okay. It doesn't hurt to have a couple paper towels available. Also, I'm using some plastic gloves just because you can do it without making a huge mess, but you're going to make some kind of. Installation of the new oil filter is very simple. Always use a Honda branded filter. Now you can use an aftermarket like Fram or Wix. There's a variety of manufacturers out there that will make them, but for the difference in price, to me, it wasn't worth it. If you buy them on sale, you can buy these filters for around $8 to $9 a piece. The others, you're still going to spend at least $5. It's just not worth the difference. Now, when you put the new filter on, notice I dabbed a little bit of the oil that spilled here and put it on the O-ring. That's to make it pliable so that it's not dry when you're tightening it, because if that surface is all dry in there and you're tightening it, you can tear it. If you tear it, you're going to have an oil leak. I'm just wiping out this area of the excess oil. We get it in place. Put it on as tight as you can by hand. Notice I said by hand, not with a wrench. Then you can use your tool and Then you can use your tool if you need to and tighten it just a little bit more, not much. That's plenty. Any more than that, you risk tightening it too much, so that the next time, by the time you have to pull this filter off, it may be stuck. You don't want that. Don't be afraid to put it on. It's easy. You just don't want to over tighten it. It's not a wear part that has any force on it. Just want to make sure it doesn't vibrate loose, and it's not going to. Okay, now we're going to loosen the drain plug. Drain pan over here better. It was snug but not tight, which is good. Be sure and take into consideration the trajectory of the oil as it comes out, and have your pan so that it's far enough back so that it'll catch it. Allow it to drain completely out. It helps if the engine is slightly warm. That way the oil is a little thinner, and more of it will drain out, and it'll drain out easier. Okay, here's the drain plug I was telling you about. Here's that crush washer. So it looks like a thick washer. Actually, it's hollow. Just replace it, put it back on there. When you put it in, snug it. Again, put it on hand tight. It does not need to be tight, just snug. It is barely coming out. Just going to reinsert the plug. Again, that's all the way in. That is hand tight. That's it. Not even a quarter turn. Just enough to make it snug. Not going to fall out. Okay, that's it for the draining process. We've tightened and snugged the plug, tightened and snugged the oil filter. Now we're ready to get out from underneath the car, lower it down, and put the fresh oil in. We've got a funnel, and we'll start putting in our oil. So she's getting 4 quarts of Mobil 1 goodness. This particular car, I change the oil in it about every 5,000 to 7,000 miles, or every 6 months, whichever comes first. Reason being, the conditions that this car lives in. It drives down dusty roads, and although it isn't necessarily a high mileage vehicle, it does spend a certain amount of time driving down some very dusty, dirty roads. So just due to the conditions alone, with the dirt, choose to change the fluids in it more frequently. In an upcoming video, we'll be doing maintenance on a 2019 Honda Civic with the 1.5 liter turbo motor. Now we'll have to raise the car back up to put that panel in place. I did not put that in place, and there's a reason for that. We're still going to do the transmission service on this vehicle. And also check the oil. Looks good. Back in place, get rid of the funnel. When you put this top on, make it snug, not tight, otherwise it's a bear to get off. Oil change is complete. We've covered a variety of things today on the Honda. Whether you're changing your oil, transmission fluid, air filter, or the cabin filter, there's and resetting your oil life. Don't forget to do that on your dash so that it's up to date. If you've learned something today, man, I appreciate it. A thumbs up would be great. I hope this helped you out. Hope you watch our other videos. We do other things besides just pure maintenance. We also do LS swaps on OBS trucks. Hope you learned something today. Thanks for watching.